In this video, we are going to cover the basics of Python lists, including how to create lists and how to access the elements within them. So, what exactly are Python lists? Lists are ordered collections of items, meaning the order in which you add items to the list is maintained. Lists are mutable, meaning they can be modified after they are created. You can add, remove, or change elements. Lists can store different data types, such as numbers, strings, and even other lists. Lists are created using square brackets. The code on the right shows examples of creating different types of lists. The first one creates a list of numbers. The second one creates a list of strings representing fruits. The third one creates a list with mixed data types including an integer, a string, a floating point number, and a Boolean value. Finally, the last one creates an empty list. There are a couple of ways to create lists in Python. The most common way to create lists is by using square brackets. To create an empty list, assign an empty pair of square brackets to a variable. To create a list with items, place the items inside the square brackets, separated by commas. Another way to create lists is by using the list constructor. To create an empty list, call list with no arguments. The list constructor can also convert other iterable types like strings, tuples, or sets into lists. For example, calling list with the string Python will return a list containing the individual characters of the string. List indexing is a way to access individual elements in a list using their position or index. Each element in a list has an index, starting from 0 for the first element. You can also use negative indexing to access elements from the end of the list, where -1 refers to the last element. In the diagram shown, we have a list with 5 elements: A, B, C, D, and E. The positive indices start from 0, 4, and go up to 4, 4e. The negative indices start from -1, 4e, and go down to -5, 4a. The code shows examples of positive and negative indexing. To access the first element of the list letters, we use the index 0. To access the third element, we use the index 2. To access the last element using negative indexing, we use the index -1. To access the second to last element, we use the index -2. List slicing allows you to extract a portion of a list, creating a new sublist. The syntax for list slicing is list name, followed by square brackets containing the start index, end index, and step, all separated by colons. The start index is the index of the first element to include in the slice. The end index is the index of the element after the last element to include in the slice. The step is the increment between each index to include in the slice. On the left, the code gets elements from index 1 to 3. On the right, the code gets every second element. Lists are mutable, which means you can change their elements after they have been created. You can change list elements by assigning a new value to a specific index. You can also assign multiple new values using slicing. Appending elements adds elements to the end of a list. Inserting elements inserts an element at a specific position. Python lists come with a variety of built-in methods that you can use to modify and manipulate lists. The extend method adds the elements of one list to the end of another list. The remove method removes the first occurrence of a specified value from the list. The pop method removes and returns the last element from the list. The index method returns the index of the first occurrence of a specified value in the list. List operations allow you to combine and repeat lists using operators. Concatenation uses the plus operator to combine two lists into a new list. Repetition uses the asterisk operator to repeat a list a specified number of times, creating a new list. Key takeaways from this video include that lists store ordered collections of items. You can access elements using an index enclosed in square brackets. Lists are zero-indexed. Lists are mutable, meaning they can be changed. Many built-in methods are available, and slicing creates new sublists. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.